All right, my beautiful Aries warriors, gather close. Come into this space with me for a moment. Take a deep, calming breath and truly listen, not just with your ears, but with the very fire that burns within your soul. Are you ready to hear something that will define the entire trajectory of your coming year? Because the universe is whispering. No, it is thundering, a message of profound and inevitable change directly to you. The final Sunday of 2025, my dear friends, is not just another day fading from the calendar. It is a cosmic crucible, a moment forged in celestial fire, a single point in time where everything you have built, everything you have fought for, everything you have become, this entire year will be brought to a powerful and definitive climax. This day, my magnificent Aries, is a crossroads. It will present you with a single potent choice that will determine whether you step into 2026 as the glorious phoenix you are destined to be reborn, radiant and soaring, or as a soul still entangled in the ashes of a past you know in your heart of hearts you should have already let go. If you are feeling that stir, that resonance deep in your warrior soul, as you hear these words, let me know in the comments below by typing, "I am ready to face my fire." Your declaration is a powerful signal to the universe. And if you haven't already, please press that subscribe button and join our Astrology Unlocked family. I want to make sure you are with us for every step of this incredible journey, and you won't want to miss the guidance we have coming. Now I need you to listen with absolute focus, because what I am about to share with you isn't meant to be simply comfortable. It's not a message designed for casual listening. It is a profound truth, a sacred revelation, and it is absolutely essential that you understand its weight. This final Sunday of the year, the cosmos is orchestrating a situation in your life that will act as a divine mirror. It will reflect with brutal and undeniable clarity which version of you is truly sitting on the throne of your life. Is it the evolved Aries, the conscious warrior who has diligently done the inner work all year long, tempering impulsiveness with wisdom and anger with compassion? Or is it the shadow Aries, the old version of you that out of a deep-seated fear of the unknown still clings to those old destructive patterns, mistaking the familiar cage for a safe home? And here is what makes this moment so incredibly intense, so charged with cosmic electricity. On this day, there will be no room for pretense. There will be no opportunity to postpone the decision, no chance to analyze it for weeks on end, as you sometimes might try to do, weighing every single angle. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, will demand an immediate response from you. It will demand a definitive action, a clear and unwavering stance. And the way you respond in that singular moment, my friends, will send ripples of energy echoing throughout all 12 months of the coming year. Can you feel the sacred pressure of that choice building within you even now? It's real. Let's dive deep into what is truly unfolding in the heavens and how it will manifest in your life. To understand the magnitude of this day, we must look to the celestial architects. Your ruling planet, the fiery and magnificent Mars, will be in a tense and powerful alignment, a direct square to the planet of transformation itself, Pluto. Imagine this: the planet of action of your personal will, of your warrior spirit, is in a cosmic showdown with the planet of death, rebirth, and soul-level truth. This isn't a gentle nudge, Aries. This is a cosmic demand for evolution. To add another layer of profound meaning, both of these powerful bodies will be interacting with Chiron, the wounded healer. This tells us that the test you are about to face is not random. It is divinely designed to touch upon your deepest wound, the very source of your patterns, to see if you have truly learned to heal it, or if you have simply learned to ignore the pain. So how will this celestial drama play out in your world? One of 3 powerful scenarios will manifest in your life, tailored perfectly to what your soul most needs to confront to complete its current cycle of transformation. For some of you, my Aries friends, the test will arrive as a tempting and seductive offer. On the surface, it will look like a golden ticket, a shortcut to everything you've been working towards. It might be a promotion, a business deal, or an opportunity that promises immense power and recognition. But here is the hook, the hidden clause in this cosmic contract. Accepting it will require you to compromise a fundamental value you have sworn to uphold this year. It will ask you to take the path of the lone wolf when you have spent a year learning to be a true leader who protects their pack. The universe will be asking, is your integrity for sale? For another group of you, the universe will manifest this test through the return of something or someone from your past. This could be an old flame, a former rival, or a situation that mirrors a dynamic you thought you had escaped. This blast from the past is not a coincidence. It is a final exam. It is here to test whether you have genuinely closed that chapter and integrated its lessons, or if you are still emotionally available for the very same toxic patterns that once brought you to your knees. It will test your newfound patience, your hard-won boundaries, and your commitment to your own well-being. Have you truly moved on, or did you just change your address? And for a third group of our Aries family, your test will come in the form of a sudden, earth-shattering revelation. A truth you have been avoiding, or one that has been cleverly hidden from you, will erupt into the light. This will force you to confront a reality that completely dismantles a narrative you have built your security upon. It could be about a relationship, your career, or even your own self-perception. The temptation will be to deny it, to rationalize it, to shoot the messenger. But the universe is asking you to do the hardest thing, to stand in the light of truth, even when it burns, and to choose authenticity over comfortable illusion. Now you might be wondering, which of these tests will be mine? The answer lies in your own journey. The universe knows your soul's curriculum better than you do. It knows where you are still vulnerable. It knows where your warrior armor still has a crack. It knows which lessons you have understood with your brilliant mind, but have not yet fully integrated into the marrow of your bones, into your actual real-world behavior. This final Sunday of 2025 is designed to press directly on that sensitive point, to reveal whether the magnificent transformation you believe you have undergone is genuine and soul-deep, or if it has merely been a cosmetic change. Let's break this down even further, because the cosmos is always precise. For those of you born in the first decan of Aries, roughly between March 21st and March 30th, your pioneering spirit is at its most raw and potent. Your test will most likely come through a temptation related to your impulsive nature and your desire to be first. You will be presented with a shortcut, an opportunity to leap ahead of everyone else, but it will require you to act without all the information, to ignore the counsel of others, and to potentially leave your allies behind. The universe is testing your newfound wisdom. Will you honor the patience and collaborative spirit you've spent all year cultivating? Or will you revert to the old pattern of act first, think later, even if it means burning bridges you just learned how to build? For our Aries warriors born in the second decan between March 31st and April 9th, your heart is infused with the fire of the sun. giving you immense pride and a need for recognition. Your challenge will likely be emotional and relational. Someone who has deeply wounded your pride or challenged your leadership will reappear, perhaps not with an apology, but with a challenge or a temptation that plays on your ego. They will know exactly which buttons to push to provoke a reaction. Your test is to choose between falling back into a prideful, ego-driven battle or maintaining the quiet, unshakable confidence of a true leader who has nothing to prove. You have learned this year that true strength doesn't always roar. Will you remember that lesson in the heat of the moment? And for my beloved Aries, born in the final decan from April 10th to April 19th, you are guided by the expansive and optimistic energy of Jupiter. Your test will revolve around a profound choice between boundless, perhaps reckless freedom, and authentic responsibility. An opportunity will arise that promises an escape, a grand adventure, a way to shed all of your commitments and simply run free. But your soul knows that true freedom isn't the absence of responsibility. It's the joyful acceptance of the right responsibilities. You will have to choose between the fleeting thrill of escape and the deep, enduring fulfillment of honoring the life and the commitments your soul knows are aligned with your true purpose. Here is the crucial, pivotal truth you must understand about this day. There is no neutral choice. There is no, "I'll think about it later." On this day, your hesitation is the answer. Your need for more time to decide is in itself the decision. Because if you had truly and profoundly transformed at the soul level, you believe you have the correct answer, the aligned answer would be as obvious and instantaneous as a lightning strike. The very fact that you hesitate, that you waver, would reveal that there is still a powerful part of you tethered to the past, a part that should have already been lovingly released. My dear Aries, think of this final Sunday of 2025 as your soul's final exam. You have spent the entire year in the school of transformation. You have faced down your dragons. You have walked through the fire of your own making. You have processed immense pain, and you have heroically rebuilt yourself from the ground up. And now, here comes the ultimate test. It is the practical exam that will demonstrate whether you have truly embodied the lessons or if you have simply memorized the right answers without internalizing the wisdom. And unlike a typical exam where you can perhaps get by with a passing grade, this cosmic test has only two possible outcomes: a complete and total graduation or a compassionate but firm repetition of the grade. If you succeed, if you make the choice that is in absolute alignment with your highest, most evolved self, you will feel a literal, palpable, energetic shift at the moment of your decision. It will be as if a celestial door, a portal within your own being, swings open, granting you access to levels of personal power, clarity, and authentic purpose that you knew were possible but could never quite grasp. You will stride into 2026 with an unshakable self-confidence, a warrior's peace, because you will have concrete, undeniable proof of your own evolution. But if you fail, if you choose out of fear, out of ego, out of attachment to old patterns, you will feel a different kind of shift. You will feel that celestial door gently but firmly closing. This is not a punishment from the universe, my friends. It is a natural consequence. It is the universe lovingly saying, "You are not quite ready for what lies beyond this door. There is still more work to do." And 2026 will then become a year of repetition. You will be faced with the same lessons, the same challenges, the same dynamics, only this time with increased intensity, until you finally make the courageous choice you are avoiding making now. And here is the part that might send a shiver down your spine, the part your fiery Aries intuition already knows is true. Deep down, in the quietest part of your soul, you already know what the right choice is. Your inner warrior has already scouted the terrain and identified the path of integrity. But you're afraid. You are afraid of the consequences, afraid of the battle that might ensue, afraid of losing something or someone, afraid that making the right choice will mean short-term pain, short-term conflict, even knowing that it is the only path to long-term liberation. Please hear me when I say this fear is not a sign of your weakness. It is the ultimate sign that this choice truly matters. It is a sign that the stakes are real, that you are standing on the precipice of a genuine soul-altering transformation, not just another superficial change. Fear is the gatekeeper to everything you desire. It stands before the door of your next level of becoming. Fear is the universe's way of telling you that you are about to do something truly meaningful. And how you dance with that fear on this final Sunday will define the warrior you become. You must understand a fundamental truth about this day. This test is not coming to you because you are weak or because the universe wants to see you fail. It is coming to you because you are finally strong enough to pass. The cosmos does not waste advanced level initiations on souls who are still in the beginner's course. The very fact that you are being presented with this choice is the ultimate validation of your growth. It means you have already evolved to the point where this test is the next logical step. You have the ability, you have the strength. The only question remaining is whether you will choose to wield it or if you will allow fear to paralyze the hero within. In the days leading up to this final Sunday, pay attention to your body and your spirit. You will feel a growing tension, a sacred restlessness you can't quite articulate. It's the energy of Mars and Pluto gathering on the horizon. You'll be tempted to distract yourself to numb this feeling with frantic activity, with noise, with anything to avoid being alone with your own thoughts. I implore you, do not do that. This restlessness is your inner spiritual system, preparing you for what is to come. It is the warrior feeling, the adrenaline before the moment of truth. Do not fight it. Use it. Use that energy to look back over the year that is ending with absolute unflinching honesty. Where have you genuinely changed? And where have you only pretended to change for an audience? What patterns have you truly decisively broken, and which ones have you simply disguised more cleverly? This brutal self-assessment is your preparation. It is you sharpening your sword. Because if you have already identified your own vulnerabilities before the test, when the situation arises on that Sunday, you will recognize it instantly for what it is: a divine opportunity to prove to yourself and to the cosmos that you are infinitely stronger than your old limitations. Aries, something you must accept is that this final Sunday may bring a measure of pain. Making the right choice is not always the same as making the comfortable one. Sometimes honoring your integrity means you will disappoint people who benefited from your lack of it. Sometimes maintaining your hard-won boundaries means you will lose relationships that were entirely dependent on you having none. Sometimes choosing your highest good means sacrificing an immediate gratification that your still unhealed inner child is desperately craving. On this final Sunday of 2025, you will have to choose which kind of pain you prefer: the sharp cleansing pain of growth or the dull chronic ache of regret. And that choice will reveal everything. Let me prepare you even more specifically for the temptations that may arise. If your test involves a person, they will appear in the exact way they know disarms your Aries heart. If it's someone who hurt you, they will come with a show of courage and repentance that mirrors your own values. They will speak of action, of change, of all the things you have always wanted to hear. And the part of your heart that hasn't fully healed will desperately want to believe them. If your test involves a tempting opportunity, it will be presented with a sense of extreme urgency. This is a limited time offer, Aries. You have to decide now. Others are lining up. All the pressure will be applied to trigger your impulsive nature, to make you decide out of a fear of missing out, rather than a deep, soul-level alignment with your true values. And if your test involves a truth being revealed, it will arrive in a way that threatens to shatter the image you have of yourself as strong, perceptive, and in control. It will force you to admit that you were wrong, that you were deceived, or that you trusted the wrong person. And your ego's temptation will be to fight it, to deny it, to create a narrative where you are still the hero who knew all along. In each of these scenarios, your very first knee-jerk instinctive reaction will likely be the wrong one. Why? Because the instincts you developed in the past were programmed by the old version of yourself, with the old fears and the old needs. The new, evolved version of you, the one you have fought tooth and nail to become, requires you to do something radical for an Aries to pause, to take one deep, sacred breath before you react, to connect with your heart and ask, what would my highest, most courageous self do in this exact situation? And I promise you this, my friends, if you honestly ask that question in the moment of choice, you will know the answer. It will be clear, sharp, and undeniable. And then only one decision will remain. Will you honor that sacred answer, or will you betray yourself once more? This final Sunday of 2025 also carries a magnificent promise, along with its profound warning. If you make the right choice, something extraordinary will begin to unfold for you in January. I am not speaking of instant gratification. I am talking about you finally unlocking the version of your life that you have always known was possible but could never fully manifest. You see, dear Aries, for years you may have been unknowingly sabotaging your own greatness through small concessions, small choices based on fear instead of faith. The final Sunday of 2025 gives you the golden key to stop this pattern for good, to finally make the one courageous choice that realigns your entire reality. When you do, it will be as if the universe, which has been holding its breath and waiting for this very proof of your commitment, finally releases a torrent of opportunities that were being held in reserve just for you. In the first days of January 2026, you will notice synchronicities accelerating. The right people will appear. The right doors will swing open. It is not magic, my friends. It is alignment. It is you finally vibrating at the frequency that attracts what was always meant for you. But this alignment only comes if you prove on that final Sunday that you are truly ready for it. Now let's be brutally honest, as a true warrior must be. You might waver. In the heat of the moment, you might feel the powerful temptation to give in. You might feel fear wrap its icy hands around your heart. If this happens, here is your emergency protocol. You stop, physically stop what you are doing. If you can step away for just 5 minutes, go outside, look at the sky. You breathe deeply. 4 counts in, hold for 4, out for 6. And you ask yourself one single powerful question. A year from now, looking back at this exact moment, what choice will I be proud of? This question yanks you out of the pressure of the now and places you in the wisdom of your future self. Use this perspective. Let the wise warrior of your future guide the tested warrior of your present. Finally, I must prepare you for the immediate aftermath. If you make the right courageous choice, you may experience what I call the post-decision vacuum. It is a strange, quiet period where the positive results haven't shown up yet, and the part of you that let go of the familiar is grieving. Do not let this void make you doubt your decision. It is temporary and absolutely necessary. The old has died, but the new has not yet been fully born. Walk through it. Conversely, if you make the wrong choice, you will experience a false sense of relief. But beneath it will be the deep, soul-crushing sadness of knowing you betrayed your own evolution. That sadness will be your companion throughout 2026, a constant reminder of the leap you failed to take. So prepare yourself now, my dear Aries. Sharpen your resolve. Reconnect with why you started this journey of transformation in the first place. Remember the pain that motivated you to change. You did not endure everything you went through this year only to fall at the final hurdle. You are stronger than your fears, wiser than your temptations, and more powerful than any test that last Sunday can bring. And when that day comes, remember that the entire universe is holding its breath, rooting for you to choose the evolution of your soul. Make the choice that allows you to enter 2026 with your head held high, your heart at peace, and your spirit soaring. The final test is coming, and you, my beautiful Aries warrior, will pass.